All right, so I'm gonna be super fast. Um, if you've used tinyurl, this is pretty much what we're doing. This is pretty much what the backend does for tinyurl. And what we're doing here is we're using TypeScript for the TypeScript module to fulfill the requirements for the TypeScript module in Apply Programming. And we're gonna send an ugly URL. Typically, you're gonna send something longer than this, and you're gonna retrieve it like this. Meaning, if it's way longer than this, you're just gonna have to send a little code to be able to redirect to the original URL. So let's take a look at the code. I have my server, and to make sure that it's going, I'm gonna print hello world. So let's make sure that I have that going. Let's go to my local host and my port, and it's going. Now let's take a look at my route. I have these two routes, a post and a get. And now let's look at the controllers. So if I want to send something to my database, as you saw, I'm gonna use the shortened URL. And that is gonna store a short ID and the original URL. Why? Because when I do my get request, I'm gonna call redirect to original. And what that's gonna do is gonna find the short ID and then redirect me to the original URL. If it's not found, it's gonna give me a 404 error, meaning it's not in my database with that ID. And if it fails to connect to the database, it's gonna give me a 500 error. So let's test it using the test.res file. If you have taken a backend class before, you know what I'm doing here. I just want to make sure that I send the information to my database and retrieve it correctly. So let's send the request. 200 mean it went through. Short ID that was generated by my code, and this is the original. Let's make sure that I have it here. So I've been playing around with it. It's going to be number 7. I have it on here, BYUI, and this is my short ID. Now let's copy this short ID and paste it here to be able to retrieve it. Send the request. 200 meaning I got the right ID, and it redirected me to the website. And here I have the website in HTML. If I was using this on my browser, I would be able to see something like this, the BYU Idaho website. So that's pretty much it. That's what I built for the TypeScript module. Good luck building your own project.